talk about Preptober. Woo! Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Riley K. Jones. I'm a writer, teacher, and authortuber. Today we're going to talk about Preptober. What is Preptober? Preptober is preparing for NaNoWriMo. And NaNoWriMo has been around for quite a few number of years now, and it is a time when we as writers can test our strength and write 50,000 words in a month. So here are just some tips and tricks that I will be using during Preptober in order to plan for NaNoWriMo. First thing first is you gotta know what story you're going to be writing during NaNoWriMo, and I have chosen to continue on with my novel. This novel is a thriller murder mystery for YA set in a boarding school, which has been a dream of mine to write a boarding school novel for 10 years. I actually have been working on this novel for 10 years. I have wrote a complete draft from start to finish 3 or 4 times, and so I really want to get this novel written and published, and I think it's a lot of fun. And I think I finally cracked and solved what I was missing. So that is what I'm going to be working on this NaNoWriMo. So in Preptober, I'm going to be outlining a little bit more and developing some character traits, as well as my next goal for NaNoWriMo. Typically, NaNoWriMo, as I said, is writing 50,000 words in a month. However, I'm going to be what they call a rebel writer. I am not going to be writing in the traditional 50,000 words because, as I mentioned in my bio, that I am a teacher, and November tends to be one of the busiest months for a teacher. You would think it'd be December with Christmas and everything, but no, November tends to be the biggest months for teachers because you have end of the first quarter grades are all due, you have parent-teacher conferences, you have then the November festivities, and anything else that's going on in your school calendar. And then for myself, it's my birthday in November and my husband's birthday in November. And then you have Black Friday and you're preparing for Christmas. I just find Novembers tend to be crazy, hectic, packed with so much stuff. So I'm going to become a rebel writer. And my goal is to write 25,000 words in October and then 25,000 words in November. If I can get more than 25,000, I am going to be very, very happy with that. And because my long-term goal for my book, because a book is not really 50,000 words. If you're writing a YA or adult, it's not going to be 50,000 words. So like my end goal for this book would be about 75K to 85K. So that's where my end goal is wanting to be. So if I can get like, that's about half, not half, that's about 2/3 of the book written. So that's my goal for my word count and why I'm becoming more of a rebel writer than your traditional 50,000. And I feel like it's kind of cheating, but it's an option on NaNoWriMo, so it's not really cheating anymore. Some of my other goals for Preptober, specifically with that project, is going to be outlining as much as possible, including maybe outlining some scenes. So even if I don't like get to write out the scenes, like if I could just give myself a vision of like, okay, maybe that's what I want to go for, that would help me when I come and sit down to writing in November with the hectic, busy schedule. I'm also going to be preparing a spreadsheet where I can keep track of my word count goals. A lot of writers use Scrivener, and I just have not gotten around to buying that word processing software yet. So I'm still on the traditional Microsoft Word, which is universal and wonderful, and I do like Microsoft Word, but it does not, at least to my knowledge, does not track your word count, like how much you've been adding. So if anyone knows if that is a possibility, hit me up. Just let me know down below if that's a possibility. So that would save me a lot of time. But even though a spreadsheet is nice to keep track of your writing, and also to see how many words you need to accomplish in a day. NaNoWriMo does that for you in a nice way where you put the 50K in and it'll tell you how many words you should be writing in a day, so that way you can stay on top of your goals. Another method that I'm going to be using while writing is the star sticker method. So this was introduced to me from the YouTuber Alexa Dunn. She uses the star sticker method, and for someone who likes rewards, that was something that I was like, ooh, that feels good. It's like checking something off your list, but in replace for a shiny gold star sticker. So I'm going to be trying to do that as well. I have a planner.
Hey, so editing Riley here. So I realized I didn't really explain the star sticker method to you guys very well. So you take a planner, and then each day that you write, you put a star when you meet your writing word count goal. So for example, I'm going to be using 500 words to earn a gold sticker. So that way it seems like, okay, there's a smaller goal that I can accomplish, and that way I am feeling better about myself when if I could only hit that 500 mark instead of not being able to set up an impossible goal of like always getting 1,000, because sometimes it just doesn't happen that way.
I have the star sticker method. So you can see this is nice and shiny, nice and gold. So I'll be using these to track my process. Give myself a sticker for 500 words because I feel like if I set myself smaller goals and I can reward myself with smaller things, it does get my motivation up. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can write the next 500 words, no big deal. Especially if I can get like 300 words in. It's like, yeah, let's make that next goal. So I'm aiming to give myself 2 of these a day, hopefully, and we'll see how that goes. I'll also be coming up with another reward system for when I'm actually writing when I meet certain bigger goals. So NaNoWriMo has this badge system where if you like make it to the first, I think 5,000 words, they give you a badge, 10,000, 15,000, and then I think it then is 50,000 or something like that. And they have other badges for other things, but that kind of like system is kind of like the star system where like you're giving yourself a goal. So I'm gonna give myself some type of monetary goal, whether that's like, oh, I get to go watch this film with a few group of friends because COVID. Or maybe I'll go out and be able to like, okay, I'm gonna get myself a latte drink today, or I'm going to be able to buy something that I've been wanting to buy for a while. So it's something that I'm going to try to do to keep myself motivated to keep writing and finish this draft. And this is my second year of doing NaNoWriMo. So I've done it in the past with a different book that I would love to go back to sometime soon and revise. The goal that I'm going to try to aim for is letting my family and friends know that I am going to be tackling this feat. Writing 50,000 words in a month, or in my case 25,000 words, is is not an easy task and requires a lot of self-isolation for long periods of time. So I'll be letting my husband know that I will be busy and will need some help around the house. I will be letting my friends know that, hey, so although I would love to do this with you, I have to meet my goal. And that's another reason why I'm gonna have those bigger goals out there, so like maybe I can go out and have some time safely with friends as one of my goals, so that way I can still be sociable. We don't want to be hermits, but sometimes writing a book does require some isolation. I'm hoping to come up with a video on some more tips and tricks for conquering and just completely smashing NaNoWriMo. So if you like to see that video, give this video a big thumbs up and to let me know that you would like to see a video like that in the future. And let me know down below what are some of the projects that you're going to be working on this NaNoWriMo season. It's such a cool time of year. We're all trying to be creative. So I'm curious, what are you guys working on? And thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, click subscribe and ring that bell for more videos on all things writing and reading. I come out with new videos every Thursday. And remember, friends, keep writing and stay creative.